Hey.
Hey guys, and welcome to another Bitcoin update. This update will be shorter than usual because sadly my grandmother passed away yesterday. So I'm not really in the mood, but of course the market doesn't stop and neither will I. So without further ado, let's just get to it. As I've said in my previous live stream, we are currently breaking out of the logarithmic resistance. As you can see, I have the logarithmic chart in front of me. I've drawn out the resistance. We are breaking it right now. Actually, we already broke it. We don't have a retest yet, and currently we are painting an ascending triangle, which is a bullish sign, and therefore I do expect further up movement from here. If you're gonna ask me where this movement is actually going right now, I would say the first Fibonacci level would be a very good target. I'm not a fan of complicated things. Keep it simple and often you will have the best results. So in short, my target is going to be 10,300 USD. Possibly I will actually sell my swing position at 10,000 USD because this is obviously a very strong psychological level. It's a key point in the market, and I'm not saying we can't breach it, but obviously if we are going to break this logarithmic resistance, we will at some point need a retest. And to make an educated guess where we can actually make this retest, I'm just going to draw the whole move out that I currently expect. Please keep in mind this has not yet been validated. And so here we have drawn out the move, and if we do reach the target of 10,000 USD, a very nice point of return would be the 618, which is currently sitting at 8,140 USD. Obviously it could be a little bit higher. Often the price retraces to the 05, which is sitting at 8,500, but it doesn't really matter. I do expect a retrace, and after we finish that, then I do believe there will be a lot of upside movement and possibly a new all-time high, but this is still some time away and we cannot say this for sure yet because we don't have any confirmation whatsoever. We might also just go to the 10k mark and continue the dump afterwards, so trade with caution. Next we're going to take a quick look at Ethereum. USD, here we go. Still the same setup as I had in my previous live stream. We do appear to be painting a rising wedge. I'm not completely sure. Let me just quickly draw this out because I did not really have time to make any kind of analysis before I did this live stream for obvious reasons as well. But it appears as though we are actually making an ascending wedge, which is generally a bearish sign. Now if we are going to take this whole move, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to take this whole move and we are going to look left for clues. There are a couple of clues on the left side here. We have a couple of key support levels. And I think it would actually be better if I just chart the breakout and not the entire move. Something like this. I'm going to paint support levels in green. If you give me a small moment. Obviously this move could be a little bit more high because the ascending wedge hasn't finished yet. Obviously the 618. So I do expect some down movement for Ethereum here, and this might be reflected in alts. If Bitcoin really is going to break out at this point, then alts might take a small dump. This doesn't mean that it has to be for all the alts, but it looks like it's gonna be the case for Ethereum, unless of course we break this ascending wedge, which is entirely possible because we are entering a new bull market, and bearish signals tend to get broken in some severe bull markets. Anyway, this might be a good time to lose your swing position. I am actually going to dump my swing back, and I will look to buy back at the levels of 566 and 515. Please do not be confused. I actually have two separate portfolios. One is for long-term trading. I completely filled this position up at around, let's say 400 USD. Actually, it was just a little bit lower, but let's say 400 USD. I'm not going to touch this at all. Okay, so this is for the long term, and I do not believe we will see that level again this year or ever. I don't know. My swing back, on the other hand, that is what I use to day trade, and I have to day trade because if I don't, I will go insane because I'm an addict. You know, and I will be losing my swing back, and I will pick up a new position at 566 USD for Ethereum. Next, a very quick update. In the last live stream, or well, last video I did, I made a nice call for IOST, which was forming a cup and handle. We broke out, and let's see how close we are getting to our target. So you can see we are definitely headed there, but we are nowhere near our target of 700 satoshis. I think this target should be easily met, because this coin, although it is a smart contracts platform which is supposed to compete with Ethereum, Neo and all that, it has a very small market cap. So my target will still be sitting at 700 satoshis, and I don't think we should be having too much trouble getting there. I do expect a small dump right now, because obviously we broke the resistance. We are broken out now. I think this has to be retested, currently sitting at 515 satoshi, before we can finish this move to the 716 satoshi, or 700 if you want to play it safe. Keep in mind, I do think this is a very good long-term coin which can get significantly higher gains, but this is just one of my swing positions that I have right now, and it's going really well. Next we have my favorite, Lux. I've been spamming Lux a lot lately, and it's mostly because I don't want anyone to miss out, you know. This thing is seriously ready to rumble. It's one of the best opportunities out there right now. Don't take my word for it. I'm just another dude on YouTube telling you stuff, but you know, go check it out. Make up your own mind if you actually should buy this. And if you believe you should buy this, then buy it. If you think it's total shit, don't buy it, obviously. My targets, I'm going to grab this out of the logarithmic scale. There we go. So this is what it looks like in linear. You can see this consolidation period. It lasted for about 2 months. Given that this coin is not very old yet, is a pretty long time. McAfee joined the advisory board, all that blah blah blah. Just check out my Twitter. You know, it's actually starting to look like something that could even 100x from here. My first target will be sitting at, let's say, 5 million or 500,000. I'm sorry, 500,000 satoshis, which is a nice 4x from where we are now. This is a short-term target. If you guys have seen Tron, Verge, Neo, Ethereum, they are all 100x, and this is actually something that I believe has this potential to do it as well. That would basically put my target off the scales all the way up here. You know, I'm not going to chart that, it's just something for the future. But keep in mind, I will not be selling anything of my position. The only downside is that it's currently only trading on Cryptopia, so obviously you're gonna have to get an account here. But on the short term, you know, if you want some short-term gains, this is actually something that you know, potentially might want to consider now as well. Given that we've just broken out of this bullish pennant, the next target for the next leg up should be at like 200,000 satoshis. So let's say you want some short-term gains. That might be a nice 50% profit in the next 2 or 3 days. The final coin that I will be charting is Icon. Icon is totally hot right now on Twitter. You know, it's one big hype, but that doesn't mean it has to be a bad buy. Currently, we appear to be just creating a simple cup and handle right here, albeit a little bit deformed. You know, this is not an exact cup and handle, but in crypto you have to be creative because everything is just deformed. It's like a market on steroids, coke and booze all at the same time. You know, that's basically how things are drawn in crypto. Very simple cup and handle here. Could also be interpreted as a wedge. I think this wedge is gonna last 1 or 2 more days max. If we break out, there will be a very nice opportunity to be had here. I strongly believe that 50,000 satoshis is possible. 59,000 satoshis is possible, but it's a little bit high. So I added in one more extension, which is currently sitting at 52,000 satoshis, and this is one that is extremely likely to be hit in the next couple of days. Reason I added this in is because there is actually a decent amount of resistance at this level. If you look left for clues, always, doesn't matter what you're doing, but if something is gonna go on inside the price range where you expect this thing is going, always look left, see what happened there in the past, and you can see that there was a ton of resistance at that level. Therefore I will be exiting this position at 52,000 satoshis. If it goes higher, fine, I don't care, I just want my profits. So basically that's it for now. Please make sure to subscribe, I truly appreciate that. Thanks for following me. You know, you guys are like the family, so that's why I'm doing this, even though I don't really feel like it, as you might understand, but I will just keep doing this because the market doesn't stop. Everyone is trading 24/7 and I will try to be there to help. So have a great day, guys, and I will see you with another video very soon.